the schedule down the stretch here, it has to be as difficult as anybody's in the NBA. I don't know that there's a tougher schedule. Back in the playoffs, 50 wins, and just a dominating performance last night by your Houston Rockets as they destroy Utah. That's just not a good basketball team. Can you believe they lost to Utah this year? That is just an awful, awful team right there. And with Sexton and Filipowski, your best players, it is that's bad. 143-105, and boy, they got after it was long over. It was all over in the middle of the third period. But Reed Sheppard came on and hit 5 threes, and he's just the fourth player in under 10 minutes to do what he did last night. Hit 5 threes, score 15 points, whatever, and 3 rebounds, whatever the number is. There was some kind of stat. He's just the fourth player to do that in under 10 minutes, and that was just fun to watch. Who is it, Willie, or which one hates Reed? Israel hates Reed. And you said it before the show. He's just an elite shooter.
Yeah, I mean, it's who he is, and it's not like he's a streaky shooter. He's an elite shooter. Yeah. That's what he's going to be in his career. I'm not worried about it. I literally have no concern about Reed.
Are you okay with – do you think it'll be okay getting rid of Fred and having Reed run the show?
Probably not in the short term. I don't think he's that kind of ball handler.
Well, I mean, yeah, next year you don't think it's –
Well, I don't think he's a primary ball handler. So you can do it, but Jaylen's got to be really good.
Jaylen's getting good, despite what Dell thinks and how he disparages him every single time we bring him up.
I don't have to disparage him. Just look at his numbers.
His numbers are not disparaging.
His numbers are
NBA Player of the Week last week.
His numbers are what he's always been. He's a better defender. He plays all the time. There are certainly good things about him, but this thing where we always have to go, well, look at the week he's had. Just look at the season. The season is very similar to previous seasons.
Well, I don't know. I think he's improved.
You can say it, but at over 82 games, the numbers bear out. He's not dissimilar. The shooting from 3 is better, but the numbers bear out that he's a very similar offensive player.
I mean, I don't know, Del. I guess you can say that, but maybe it's the way he's getting them, how he's playing in the fourth quarter. He's definitely played better this year. I don't think there's any way around it. That's like saying all the numbers for a guy who's on a bad team are representative of how he's playing.
I credit him for being a better defender, but but he is supposed to be, or what people like to lean on are the explosive plays, the explosive numbers from night to night. The problem is the highs and the lows average out to a 22-point per game player, 43% from the floor, over and over again. But yes, he's a better player, but we do this thing all the time with him.
He's about the same field goal percentage. He's better 3-point shooter this year. He's averaging more points. I don't think he's inconsistent, but not nearly as inconsistent as he has been.
No, and some of his, I think there's still some potential that some of his points were junk points last year, although they weren't out of it as much last year. Obviously, they were at 500, but no, I mean, just watching the games, he's playing better.
Yeah.
But he still has his moments. He still has his moments where we're like, he still is a streaky shooter. It's who he is. I don't think that's changing. He's still going to go 4-17 from time to time. He's not, and he may do that for a 3-game stretch, have it like that. He's a streakier player. That's his nature. He's not a consistent shooter. He's a streakier shooter.
Yeah. I feel like this is just this team is coming together now. Listen, they won 50 games, and it is not over as far as the 2 seed for sure. The schedule down the stretch here, it has to be as difficult as anybody's in the NBA. I don't know that there's a tougher schedule. You got Oklahoma City, at Golden State, at the Clippers, at the Lakers, and then Denver. Those are your well, other than the Clippers, they're all in the playoffs in the Western Conference, and the Clippers are in the play-in. So this is as good as it gets down the stretch, and whether or not they're going to be able to hold on to that 2 seed is another story. So it'll be interesting to see if they can handle this stretch down. Now, will Oklahoma City play on Friday? I mean, will they care? I don't think you can give up 2 weeks before the playoffs start.
No, they'll absolutely try to win that.
Yeah.
Plus, you're playing a team you're going to play in the playoffs.
Well, potentially, yeah.
Well, you may not be, but you could be.
Right.
I don't think you want to give any confidence to any, especially a Rocket team who you've had their number over the last few games. You don't want to give them any confidence, so yeah, you want to smash them.
You need two. Well, you got to get at least a couple of wins here. You've got a 3-game lead over the Lakers and the Nuggets. The Lakers could well be the 3 seed. It looks like the Nuggets have fallen again, and now they're tied with the Lakers for the 3 seed. And actually, the Lakers, I guess, because I don't know why they list the Lakers before the Nuggets. Maybe they have the tiebreaker. But for whatever reason, the Rockets are in the top 6. They can lose every single game and still be in the top 6. But I think they want that 2 seed. It's the T-Wolves now that are in the 6 seed. The Clippers are in the 7, and Memphis is in the 8. And they're all tied at 44 and 32. So you don't know who you're going to play. That is not a great I'm going to tell you what, the first round ain't going to be easy. I don't care which of those teams you play. None of them.
It's Western Conference. No easy playoffs.
Well, Dallas or Sacramento for Oklahoma City.
Well, Oklahoma City's on a different level.
Yeah, right. That's
for the Rockets. No easy playoffs.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how they'll go. Oklahoma City's going to go about it. It's still too early. They have a 14.5 game lead. They could lose every game. It doesn't really matter. But how do you stay and not worry about not getting injured, right? And yet still stay sharp.
You played not to get injured. You get injured.
Yeah,
that's the oldest axiom in the book.
Well, last night, did you not want everybody out of the game in the third quarter?
I wasn't really thinking about it.
Honestly. I was get them out of there.
I wasn't really thinking about it. Ime usually goes pretty deep anyway.
No, against Phoenix the other night, he didn't. Not one guy played in the fourth quarter.
No. But he's been typically lets him go a little deeper than I'm comfortable with. That's how.
How mine got hurt.
Ime got hurt.
He might have learned a lesson. Might have learned a lesson from that.
Nuggets have Warriors tomorrow. You need Warriors to handle them, because then Pacers go to Nuggets, Nuggets go to Kings, Grizzlies go to Nuggets, and then Nuggets go to Rockets.
You still got to go to the Lakers on April 11th, and that'll be a big game.
So the Nuggets, if you just want the Nuggets to lose tomorrow and you should be good.
Yeah. Beating the Nuggets won't be easy. So the Rockets still have to keep on playing. They got a 3-game lead here as far as being the 2 seed, but the Rockets need to continue to play. And I think you still want them to continue to play. Letting your foot off the gas pedal with a couple of weeks before the playoffs start, that's not a good. You got to keep on playing. You got to keep on. You got to keep this momentum going. They're playing good basketball. Well, they're playing good basketball against really, really bad teams. Listen, the other teams in the NBA played those bad teams early on. So, they got to play them early. The Rockets have surged recently because they had a really easy schedule, but the other teams had those teams earlier. So, the Rockets playing some good basketball. What a turnaround. Really, really, really cool to see this, how well this organization. Patrick, Fertitta, and Rafael Stone they deserve a lot of credit. What they've done, how they've, they had to weather the storm, those 3 seasons. They all had to just, bite their lip and just watch really, really horrible basketball. But they made some tremendous decisions. The best, probably, Ime.
Easily the best.
Yeah. But, you're getting Alperin in the middle of the first round, getting Tari after that. Making really, really great draft picks. Amen with the 4th overall pick. Jabari. I mean, there were a lot of decisions to be made along the way here.
Some of those weren't hard decisions.
No, Jabari fell into their lap.
Some would say Amen was an easy decision, but I don't think I remember at the time, that was not necessarily the conversation. Amen. I think Tari and Alperin were 2 very, very important decisions that had to be made where they were. But Ime, I'm not sure any of it matters unless you have Ime to stir the ingredients. I mean, it's Ime. And yesterday, Vanessa Richardson interviewed Jaylen Green, and he talked about that. Like, we needed him to come in here and unleash the dog in us. And that's what he did. Ime got these guys playing like contenders, playing with confidence, playing with toughness. Ime did what a coach can do, which is change the identity of a team. From a sad sack, undisciplined, it was painful to watch. No discipline. All they cared about was their vibes.
The drip.
The whole organization was about Instagram, And now it's about basketball, and it's about winning, and it's been a complete 180. And I think Ime refusing to let James Harden come here against maybe, the wishes of ownership was a big one. Ownership just saw, well, we know him, and the fans seem to like him. I don't know. Let's go with James. He might be good for the young guys. And Ime's like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
That was huge.
That's huge.
I mean, that was huge.
Making great
It allowed you also to make other moves in free agency that were important to you, because James would have eaten up a bunch of money. So not bringing James in and just having Ime Udoka or just two, and none of that happens unless Ime Udoka is. If Ime Udoka isn't here, James probably comes back.
Yep. There's a good possibility. And thank God Ime is here.